Sure. Look, I've got buys on several names, but the two names that stick out the most for me right now are Electronic Arts and Zynga.
Electronic Arts and Zynga. So let's start with Electronic Arts, which, as I mentioned, has held up relatively better. Why has it weathered the sell-off, and where do you see it going?
Well, I think when you look at the big picture, the reason I think these stocks haven't necessarily worked of late is, people have rotated into reopening trades. Comparisons are very challenging right now against last year's very strong COVID numbers. And then, look, right now you're a bit near-term catalyst light. That being said, I do think it's a matter of when people rotate back into these names, not if. Growth is supposed to accelerate next year for all of these companies, and the secular trends coming out of COVID are even better than they were going into COVID. So the market dynamics are right. Improved release slates are coming. Companies are expanding in the number of platforms that they're releasing their biggest franchises for. And these are good free cash flow generating businesses, which frankly right now are trading at valuation multiples at about 8-year lows.
Do you see any signs of franchise fatigue across any of these names? I'm basing that on my own little focus group of 15-year-olds who say that, I'm not going to mention the name of the game, but one of the sports games that they used to love, they've just gotten tired playing.
Sure. Well, look, I think a lot of games will ebb and flow, but companies have shown with games like Call of Duty, games like Grand Theft Auto, Apex Legends and Battlefield and, FIFA, NBA 2K and so forth, that they're consistently updating content that people are quite frankly finding very engaging, and has allowed them to, year after year generate very strong results. People like big franchises, right, and the franchises over the last decade have only gotten bigger.
Well, I can't quarrel with that at all, Eric. You're exactly right. I mean, these franchises, Grand Theft Auto must be, how old is it? It must go back 20 years.
It goes back quite a long, 20 plus years, and it still generates several $100 million every year.
It's just amazing. I mean,
this GTA Online game that has been launched successfully by the company.
It is so old that even I knew in your report what GTA meant. Eric Handler, thanks, my friend.
I should mention, by the way.